Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Heath Miller had one of the better statistical seasons of his career last year as the Steelers were throwing the ball all over the lot as their running game. Rashard Mendenhall, he had a decent season for them, but they really just didn't have that commitment to the run, nor did their offensive line really win and dominate at the line of scrimmage, especially in close quarters when they need to just pick up that 1 yard or two or plunge in, a touchdown or whatnot. They just weren't winning like they traditionally do as a team and as an offense. So Roethlisberger was gunning the ball all over the place this offseason before all the madness happened with this team with Roethlisberger and Saintonio Homes. The fans and organization, the management was already talking a lot about moving back to a run-first type of team because they didn't make the playoffs. And that's really not Steeler football. That's not the foundation that they've won their 6 Super Bowls more than any other team in the NFL. Running the football, playing defense, that's been their type of formula for winning and success. And so returning to that only made sense. Then we couple in Roethlisberger's obvious issues. He's going to be suspended for at least the first 4 games of the year. Saintonio Homes gets traded in April as they maybe made an example out of him to Roethlisberger that they're not going to tolerate off-the-field issues. Plus, they weren't projected to keep Holmes after this season because of contract. With Heath Miller, all these events, they can't really help him all that much, seeing that he was already coming off of his best year in a year that they had more passing than they'd had in a long time. So we'll have to say that Miller's numbers are bound to go down this year. That makes him a little bit less attractive, obviously, especially with Roethlisberger missing again at least 4 games this year. That's not going to help him either. One thing I do kind of like about Miller is that now that Holmes is gone, he is one of the 2 main targets that when a guy like Roethlisberger or even a Leftwich, they're the 2 between Hines Ward and Heath Miller. They are the 2 staples that have been in this offense for a while. I know Mike Wallace is in this offense and he's had success. They did bring Antoine Randall L back, and so that's a nice little player to bring back, but he's not even the player that he was when he left the Steelers. So really with Miller and Ward, these are guys that, when they get into a pinch, they'll probably draw up plays for these guys to get more opportunities. That might help him, keep him somewhat valuable for fantasy. So he may be worth a good, backup tight end for your team. And I think that in the second half of the season, he may do a little bit better than some people think. But you're going to have to probably ride out a very sub-average first half of the season as Roethlisberger's gone and this team is committed to running the football.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy